What's the weirdest experience you've ever had with a person in passing, /x/? They didn't stay dead. Meth head lady comes to our house. Is possessed by Damon. Damon knows me, very well. Turns out to be high-ranking Damon. Calls me father. Wants orders. Give orders. Lets meth head go after conversing done. Meth head is highly infatuated with me the whole time, even during possession. Meth head starts undressing and trying to make out with me. Must fight urge to smash. Dad. Refrains from urge, too tired to do it. Been up over 18 hours, need sleep more than sex. Meth head continues to try and get affectionate with me, responds in kind up to a point cause she is cute for a meth addict. Meth head notices features about me and family that is not visible to normal humans. As they are immaterial features not viewable normally, signaling she is seeing our souls through her altered state plus possession. Never met this meth head in my life, family knows this. And are shocked to see us conversing like old friends when Damon is behind the wheel. And are more shocked she notices our features, and that she's so smitten with me despite me making no effort to get her interested. Refuses to leave my side when I am outside with her, never going more than a few feet unless wanting me to follow her. Winds up calling cops to help her out, cause too tired to help her. Cops take her away. Sees her a few weeks later in much better shape, doesn't realize it was her until she walks away due to how different she looks. Eyes were the thing that got me to realize. Was still interested in me, but too shy to be direct, so I never caught on in time. Haven't met her again. Would like to but can't recall her full name. So no interweb stalking to track her down through there. Don't know where she is, so can't find her IRL either. Family still finds that incident very surreal. Because she walked 10 miles straight from some crack den to see me specifically despite us never meeting prior. Surreal.exe. Hope she's doing okay. What? One time when my uncle died, I had opened my cell phone and accidentally opened a drawing app and accidentally wrote "it hurt so much" when I wiped my hand over the screen. When I was just about to walk into the church for his funeral. Okay, so basically it's like this. He was at a friend's house for like the night or whatever, and then we are making out on the couch, yeah. And then like, her dad calls on the phone and says no, she likes it more if you use the other hand, yeah, and I'm all like, oh dude, your dad is trying to give me advice on how to diddle you, and then she's like, I don't have a dad or whatever, but what? Who was phone? Be me. Plan to go to January 6th protest. Don't print enough tickets. End up in some train station. Female African immigrant sits next to me. Starts talking to me. Says she's magic or something. I cannot understand anything she says. She asks me if I know what'll happen if I go through that door. There's a train beyond the door. She asks if I know a person named Anne. My mom's name is Annie. She starts talking about needing some sort of police or something. I tell her to talk to a security guard. She leaves. That's pretty weird. KEK. Basically possessed QT on meth came to my house Anon. And wanted to smash me after Damon left her body due to our business concluding. I declined her advances though, too tired to engage in some nutty pussy. And what makes it funnier is everyone I know which is in my inner circle witnessed the whole encounter. So I didn't lose my marbles, everyone saw it. LMFAO. Very surreal ending to that day, all things considered. Did that sum it up well enough for Yat? Be 16 years old. Working at grocery store bagging groceries. Early Sunday morning, barely any people in the store. Casually bagging groceries when a customer walks up to me. He's 70 to 80 years old, average working class looking fella. He quickly leans in close to me making eye contact. He has a boxed sandwich from the store in his hand. He presses the box against my side. He says something to me for about 10 seconds. Then he smiles and says, "And don't you forget it?" Very nonchalantly. I just nod and say I won't forget. He walks away as if nothing had happened. A co-worker who saw the whole thing asks me what that was all about. I have no idea. I don't know if I instantly forgot everything he said less than a second after he stopped talking, or if he was just speaking absolute gibberish except for the last few words. It was really weird how he pressed the sandwich box against me, almost like how one would covertly press a weapon against someone. I often cannot understand someone when I am very stressed out by the situation. Dumbass, try to remember it quick, I want to know. So no one here really has had an interesting paranormal encounter with someone. This board is such a disappointment. Rocking a brand new shoulder strap backpack, not sure how to carry it yet. For time being carry in hand. Homeless, tall lanky shaggy looking guy. Walks up to me. Starts grabbing at my bag. Muttering gibberish I hear asshole. I ask why are you doing this? He says doing what? I say calling me an asshole. He looks at me shocked, spooked, walks away. I was at the bar, pretty high on drugs and drunk. I started freaking the person out next to me cause I was just basically calling stuff out about their lives without them telling me anything or having any prior knowledge of them. Dude freaked when I knew he was a Dr. LMAO. The front of the human mind is rather porous and seems to be like an open file cabinet sometimes, wants, needs, desires. Folks don't realize just how connected they are to everything else. Walking around city. Black bloated baby or baby-sized man just sitting in high shopping cart stroller. WTF? Maybe it's a reality show prop or something. Keep walking. 5+ years later now. Riding the bus. Saw it on the sidewalk again. Captain save a ho. When I was 7 years old I was swimming in the shallow end at the local pool. I was just bobbing along by myself, passing people to and fro. I came up to a reasonably cute blonde woman who was probably about 20. She was nothing special, a little bit chubby, but otherwise normal. Freckles. She smiled at me and all her teeth were filed to points, like a shark's. Despite this her smile was very warm and her eyes were incredibly kind. I think that was one of the calmest, most good-natured expressions I've seen on a human face. I smiled back without showing any surprise and just kept drifting on. I never saw her again, and none of the other kids I knew at the pool ever gossiped about the shark-tooth lady. She looked as real as anyone, but it was like she never existed for anyone else. This was a pool where you had to have a membership to get in, and if she was a regular everyone would have known who she was. What orders did you give? On date. Don't know what to do, everything's awkward. Beach date and we're in the water. Fuck, why I am so stupid. Hear a girl's voice in my ear. She wants you to chase her. I do and everything goes well. A few years later. Art class. Draw animal human chimera. What do? Same voice. You're like a cool turtle. Do that. Everything goes well. Banged a hot chick in class, perhaps unrelated. Man. That would have been a great help at certain disappointing moments of my life. Give God some thanks, Anon. Walking home middle of the day. Almost home. Hear girl's horrible scream. See other people walking around, but no one is reacting. Don't hear anything else. Don't see anything around. Go home. Walking home at night. Crossing street as I'm wont to do. Nothing happening, just listening to music. House at the corner completely lights up red. The entire property inside the fence glowed red. Last less than 2 seconds. Neighborhood still quiet, then dark again. Walk home. Sounds like a pretty crazy fever dream. Literally did meth twice. First time shared hallucination of bats flying in demonic formations in the sky. Second time managed the impossible and kind of hooked up with my dream girl, out of my league. She is my long-term girlfriend. I don't know how I pulled it off, but after interacting with me while I was on meth, she wanted to continue hanging out. Never did meth after that. First instance was nasally and a very large dosage. Second instance was just a 0.2 g rock dropped into a bottle of water that I sipped from over the evening. I was given the rock at a party. I would say there is some very strange element to meth. I would also advise against using it. It's very, very bad for you. However, it does tune the old antenna to a really strange frequency. I would do a small dose one day, years from now. Never do stimulants more than once every couple of years. Same goes for all drugs. Only time you should be taking any drugs at all is if you have been sober for months. Be me 6 or 7 years old in Coles with my mommy. Get 15 feet behind her out of eyesight. Playing around with moving escalator handrail. Interested in how it keeps moving. Some old white lady appears and says, "Be careful, Anon." So confused as to how she knows my name. Never saw her in my life. Go to tell my mom and she blows it off. I'm thinking it was my guardian angel, as being a musician is a huge part of my life and she didn't want me to get my fingers annihilated. Palestinian guys throwing fire kites again. Fire warning shots. They don't stop. One ignites a retard rag Molotov. Pop him as soon as he ignites it. Body gets engulfed in flames, makes the funniest twitchy movements. Laugh it off with the boys. Watch a horror movie later that night. Some creepy girl gets possessed or something and starts twitching in a way that reminds me of Molotov Kun. Starts laughing. GF asks me why. Tell her. Calls me a psycho and dumps me on the spot. Pretty sure Molotov Kun cursed my relationship. This was hilarious. You sir are a poet. Smoking a blunt with some friends. Few miles out in the woods, in this abandoned giant pipe thing or whatever the fuck, so we don't get caught. I'm the least high of the group, hear some rustling from the bushes above. Think it's nothing at first. See this old hunter looking guy walk down in front of the drain. He's holding some kind of bolt action, has a big bushy white beard, and he's wearing a camo BDU, pickrel. Tense up, buddies do too except for one who was in a stone stupor. Raise my hands. Hey bro, we don't want any trouble, we're just chilling. Watch him cock the bolt back. Fires a shot down the pipe, right over our heads. See my life flash before my eyes as my ears ring and I go full fucking panic mode. He's gone in the blink of an eye. We all GTFO.
Mosey on down to the Atomic Shaman Trading Post. We have t-shirts, decals, refrigerator magnets and other swag for sale. What better way to show your support for the show? Our merch can only be found on t.pub/link/Atomic Shaman Trading Post. Like, share and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to ring the notification bell. You can follow us on Twitter at Motel and RV Park. Catch the live streams on Rumble. Listen to text-to-speech stories on Atomic Shaman TTS on YouTube.